see, I think. I
can guarantee you one thing, Noah, and is this. No matter who wins, somebody's screaming.
That's fair.
Potentially both. Potentially both.
Do you think, like, they're just gonna like DBZ it and both like screech at the top of their lungs?
It could happen. It could happen. And I think the scenario in that case is that Cake wins like a dominant game 5.
Yeah.
And then you see Cake pop off and you see Shippy react to it. I think if it's a 3-0 in Cake fashion, he may go the BM route and go for the pop off, which I 100% support. And then, of course, no matter what the game count is, Shippy is popping off if he wins.
Yeah. I think we're going to see multiple of those probably if history stands. Yeah, I really want to see how Cake adjusts to the last time these guys played, right? Because
it was an ass kicker.
It was
tough to watch as a Cake fan.
Yeah, it was. He was clearly not.
All the credit in the world to Soulrifle. Soulrifle whooped him.
Yeah, he really did. So it's always interesting to see because I feel like we've seen many times she's popping off over the rock, paper, scissors. All right.
The Ringe. Good for him, though.
It is pretty important sometimes. I mean, not usually, but, you know. Sometimes it just let the boy have his way.
And that's why we're here, right? We're all here to have a good time.
Exactly.
And if there's someone who has a good time, it's Soulrifle.
Exactly.
Soulrifle in his bag at all times. From the immediate rock, paper, scissors pop off to the meditation before his last ban.
All right, we're starting. They love me.
Go.
What? What are you doing?
Get wrecked.
No.
You should have known this was going to happen.
I should have known.
You fool.
All
right, so here's where we start here. Soulrifle wins first nooch. And then where do we go from here? I kind of expected the rising up there to come back from Cake, but still it's going to get the jab setups instead.
So one thing I think is going to be a big deal in this matchup is going to be the way that Soulrifle plays super aggressively against Cake. Because we kind of saw right off the bat where he immediately came out swinging. He's just doing his best to not let Cake have a moment to get set up like he wants. That was a beautiful conversion.
And that was kind of a tough spot too, right? Because Soulrifle was out of resources over there. So I had to come back, Cake ready for it, and just that up air into down strong. Just easy setups every time.
It really was.
You know, I had a chance to talk with Cake a little bit before this top 8 started, and we had talked about like some of the fact that like there's players who think there's other like forces out there that do more tech or do more options, and Cake's like, yeah, you know, there's other people who like implement stuff that I don't use, but you know what I do? I do the thing that helps me win. And that's the way to look at it, right? You're constantly doing stuff that puts you in a position to take games and take stocks.
I think that's the most CakeAssault response that you could ever ask.
Right. It is just so definitively Cake, where it's just like, sure, I could do this. Do I care? No. I'm gonna win. GG's.
Yeah. Really smart pickup on the edge guard there by Soulrifle. He's down 2 stocks, or he was down 2 stocks, but the fight has not left him.
No. Yeah, kind of a tough way to lose that second stock too. Not the way you kind of expect Soulrifle to go out.
Yeah, that's the thing. Even the best of us are going to SD. It just happens sometimes. It is such a technically demanding game, such a mentally demanding game. Sometimes screws are just loose a little bit, or like wires get crossed.
I will say though, this has been a phenomenal stock.
Absolutely, he did not let up. I mentioned at the very start the aggression. That was a really unfortunate up strong. I think he just thought it was big enough to hit him. But
that down air was sick from Cake though, all the way on the left side of the screen, because you know Soulrifle thought he was going to go for a back air there and kind of opts for the down strong instead. Ooh, that was down strong.
Fantastic. That dash back to get away from the up tilt, incredibly smart.
May not matter. Oh, good DI out though. Soulrifle lives to play another game, and that is going to be the stock though. On to game 2. You saw it for a second there, right?
Oh, yeah.
You saw Soulrifle kind of click everything into place. It was a little bit too late in that game 1, but let's see how this kind of relates over into game 2.
I think that last kill there really shows how much Cake knows his opponents before he plays them. Because he waited. He was just crouching there, waiting, and he knew exactly when that down air route was going to come up. So he studies his opponents, and he finds those moments and just gets huge payoff off of
just these little gaps in the game plan, right?
Exactly.
You know, that is what he does so best and can pick out these habits and be ready for it like we mentioned, across the litany of games, you know, going to be I don't have it pulled up in front of me, but I would assume probably in top 4s right now, Nasby as well.
He was the 5th seed for Nasby.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, and a lot of the ones that were the higher seeds, some of them have already fallen too, so he kind of expects himself to do well in both of these, so getting this one out of the way is a big step in that direction.
Absolutely. I mean, he has such insane pattern recognition, which is such a good skill to have in this kind of game. Ooh, getting started already, getting so much percent. He's just waiting every time.
He's shimmy.
Oh, there
goes Shippy.
You know, I even though that's the second SD now we've seen from the Soulrifle,
yeah,
I really love that he just nods, shakes it off, and he's immediately back in the game.
Keeps going. It didn't happen.
Exactly. You gotta appreciate that kind of determination, because if there's one thing to say about Soulrifle, it is that he wants to win.
This was a different player, but I was listening to Durai talk earlier, and he had come up to me after winning the set against Kusi and was like, "Hey, do you know what the happiest animal in the world is?" And I was like, "No, what?" He's like, "It's like a goldfish. He's gonna forget what happened 3 seconds ago." And so it's just one of those things where you have to have that mentality of like, "Okay, I can do this."
That was insane.
This is gross.
That was one of the craziest conversions I think I've ever seen. Oh, man.
Cake said, "You don't think I do enough tech? Watch."
I think Cake really wanted to get his Heatwave trophy this year, because, you know, he's been missing it for a little while.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got Cake off stage. Despite some of the nasty combos we've seen from Cake, it is actually a Soulrifle favorite game right now.
That's going to do it. Yeah, I mean, SD aside, I mean, Soulrifle looks in pretty dominant command here.
Yeah, I really like the... I like that he's going for the downstrong kills on this stage also, because this stage has surprisingly kind of... They're not super small, but like you die pretty fast off the side.
Good tech out. Cake ready for it, though.
Ooh, did not cover the tether there. We've got Cake off stage. This is where he's been eating a ton of percent, is what I would have said if he didn't get that tech.
Yeah, put himself in an advantage spot, too. Interesting that we saw Soulrifle miss that tech there, but kind of worked out in his favor, I feel like. Ooh, good DI.
That was so close to everything for Soulrifle.
I was just about to say there's no mark right now, which has me a little concerned, but managed to get it on there. Really, we're looking at the next parry, I feel like, does it?
Yeah, it very well could be.
Somebody's going to get a read. Oh, you saw him go for it.
It might have been the next parry, but maybe not in the way you were thinking. Okay, yeah.
Oh, my...
Yeah, beautiful stuff by Soulrifle.
Had it there, too, with the downstrong, just didn't let it rip. Surprising.
Yeah, he was probably waiting for some sort of panic option.
Right.
You know? But,
Soulrifle pushed a button.
He did. He did push a button. And we saw the Soulrifle SD. We saw the Soulrifle win. This dude is in it. He's got the deep breathing going.
Right. On a chakra plane above us right now.
He's opened his third eye, and he is omniscient. He knows everything. He's in there.
In the zone.
Yeah, I like the bands.
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely don't. You're definitely not gonna let him go to Fire Capital, right? And Burning Hideout just sounds like a bad time.
Yes.
Burning Hideout sounds like Up Air Down Strong the movie.
Yeah, I also think Treetop is a great band, great 4-stage, and also Cake tends to pick it a lot.
Yes, correct. It's one of those things where it opens up so many mix-up opportunities for him, as well as a lot of those like kind of landing aerials into down strong situations that have worked so well. Yeah. Going to Rockwall, and somebody's dying at 50 this game. I don't know which one it is going to be.
It is really interesting that Cake picked this, I think, because I always thought of this as a very good Maple stage. In fact, I think we saw Durai ban it against Elkies earlier today.
Had to think, do they want to go here, do they want to go Rockwall, and then ban Rockwall as their opportunity?
Yeah. So far, Cake is making it look
That is it. That was
very good, though.
It wasn't 50, but it was a quick one.
He's really good at those quick ones, for sure.
Ooh, the spacing around that dash attack was so clean, and the parry on the mark, too.
I just love the way he combos. Like, he knows everything about his character. So he just hits you with some of the craziest options.
One of the options here. Gonna get this finish? No, not quite.
Speaking of craziest options, Soulrifle is, I think, the only person that still really does those up B cancels. Because they got nerfed like years ago at this point, but he's still hitting some crazy stuff with them.
Well, it's just one of those things, right, where it's so demanding to do, and it doesn't always net you everything that you would really want out of it. And you see the long stall here. Cake pretty cleanly getting back.
Oh, I love the call out.
just 100% aware at all times, Dinos. 100% aware.
It was just
what a call out of his own, though. Soulrifle.
Oh, man. These guys are just, they know everything.
All right, can we see a neutral win here? Gonna reset, but that was a really, really good string there from Soulrifle. Got a quick 50, now 60, 75.
His punishes are utterly bonkers. They are nutter butters.
That air dodge was so risky, but then a bad parry from Soulrifle, trying to get out of there. Cake's so ready for that panic option. The duck under the back air. Now we're gonna go off the top.
Yep.
43%
up air. We're getting the
3%.
Okay. Oh, didn't get the up tilt. It wasn't quite in range. This is actually really bad. Every time Cake has been in disadvantage, he has lost a lot of percent.
Not anymore. Not anymore. My goodness.
It's like when I start talking about, oh no, this is so bad, Cake's in disadvantage, and he got destroyed earlier in it, he's just like, oh, you're right, I'm going to switch to advantage mode now.
Correct. He flips the switch so quickly, because you're 100% right. You know, we saw in every second stock so far in this set that Soulrifle really has kind of turned it on for a little bit. Hasn't been able to turn it on for the whole game yet, hasn't been able to put on 100% effort yet, but has really been in positions where they've kind of either developed a lead, brought a deficit back, and have just kind of put themselves consistently in a position to really win. I'm interested about this stage. Obviously, a phenomenal maple stage. However, Dinos, I just feel like the way Cake's playing, this could spell doom in some really drastic situations.
I think that this is, it's a stage that both these characters will look to counterpick a decent chunk of the time. So I know some Maples have said, maybe not anymore, but like a lot of Maples used to think this is one of her best stages.
Yeah,
so.
Absolutely. I could see that.
Ooh, we're coming back. No tech, though.
A little bit of a flub there. Gonna get around everything. Still gets marked.
I love the way that Chippy uses jab in the middle of his combos to kind of reset you. Because he jabbed Cake there to make so that Cake would back off, and then he went down below the platform to catch him again. He uses it in really interesting ways.
All right, one down strong later, we're back to even games, but second stock Chippy has been really, really good.
Yeah, he really has. Oh, the cape just barely whiffing there. Uh-oh. Didn't go for the cancel that time. Or maybe missed the cancel, I'm not sure.
Still has a pretty good half a stock lead right now. Has the Mark II, which is so important.
Yeah, we're getting the clone out. Getting the tech, but the up tilt to cover it. And that's another stock for Soulrifle. We're up a full stock for him.
Dinos, it feels like at this point we're just faded to a game 5, right?
Yeah, I think so. Unless Cake can pull something out. This has been looking really, really hard for him to actually do anything. Because Soulrifle's catching him at every turn. That would have been like the clip of the year if that actually worked.
Goes for the aggressive approach back on the stage. Misses the down air, and no panic from Chippy, though. Soulrifle very comfortable. Gonna get the downer here.
Ooh. Oh, man. Catches the tether with the down air spike.
All right, Combust on deck. Likely going to be used in defensive manner, I feel like, unless Cake really gets something gross.
That's the nice part. You can kind of wait.
We're looking at it right now.
Oh, yeah.
You're dead. No.
Yeah, just wanted to put him in a really bad position.
You're dead now, though. No, great DI. Now, third time's a charm. Yeah.
He didn't go for the F-Dunk too?
I thought so, too.
Oh, I really hope he doesn't lose for that mistake.
150. How does Soulrifle respond? This has been a dominant stock, but the mark is on deck. Misses!
Oh, the dash attack not going to actually kill him off the top.
The flubs. The flub, Noah.
The next neutral exchange has got to be it, right? Oh, I was alive still. Going for it that time, but just a little bit out of range. Cake finally landing that turnaround back air. And no game 5.
No
Cake is going to grand finals. Yeah, no pop-off either.
Just confidence. Confidence from the boy.
Oh.
And yep, there it
goes. He's going immediately to Nesby, yeah.
That's my son. That's my son. I have 2 kids in top 5 today. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Darai's my other child.
Exactly.
It's funny. I reached out to him before this event. I said, "Hey, Darai, what's going on?" He immediately goes, "What's up, Dad?" And I was like, "Hey, I'm in EZ." He's like, "You're here?" And I'm like, "Yeah, yeah." They announced it a little while ago.
What's that?
3-1.
It was 3-1. Yeah. But that's my dad. Craig is my production dad.
From everything we've seen so far, would it shock you if we saw a game 10 in Grands?
Honestly, after that,